Welcome back. It's Dr. Jennifer Bowney, doctor of physical therapy, better known as DocJenFit, owner and founder of Gen Health, your one-stop shop for all aches and pains, whether you want to search it or follow a routine daily. Now, today we're going to talk about plantar fasciitis specifically, and I do have a free plantar fasciitis guide. It's completely free. So you can sign up. You can learn more about what plantar fasciopathy, proper name now, it really is, and what you can really do about it. But I'm going to take you through 5 exercises that are really supportive, especially during pregnancy, because what's different in pregnancy is that we have a lot of relaxin, the hormone that helps everything relax. And sometimes with that tissue laxity and swelling of the feet, that's particularly when I feel it, we can get a lot of pain. So we want to keep that stability and strength as much as possible of the feet. This is so crucial to help combat any of those symptoms, especially when we're talking about plantar fasciitis. So I have a few tools here. I'm going to have everything linked up below. Okay. So any of the link to the tools that I'm using, you're going to find them below, as well as discounts. I'm going to start with the therapy balls. Love these balls. I'm going to keep them in the tote right now. Now you don't have to, you can take one out. And you can use one ball at a time, but just getting a little massage, giving back to your body. It just feels so good. It's not about going really fast. It's just finding those areas and breathing and melting into it. Okay. Now I love to say this as well. It doesn't have to be with a ball. It could be with your partner's hands. You say, hey, this is needed. A doctor of physical therapy told me that you should be massaging my feet. Okay. It really helps to just have that relaxation prior to going into some of the exercises. Now, beyond just the feet, another place that I highly recommend is your calves. Now, what I like about having the balls in this tote here is that you can just keep them together and then lean back and rock side to side on different areas of the calf. And you can spend just a couple minutes on each side. It doesn't have to be anything really long. Maybe pausing where you feel a little more tension, breathing into it. Okay. But finding different areas all along that calf to just try to create relaxation. You want to make sure that you're not pushing into it so hard that you're like grimacing. We don't want to be fighting. We want to be relaxing for the foot and for the calf, for tools or your partner's hands. You don't want them to go so aggressive that you feel like you have to fight it. Okay. Now I'm going to use a long resistance band. And again, a part of our therapy kit, we have all different resistances. Okay. And we're going to do a big toe press down. Now, if you look at my foot right now, if I just push my big toe down into the floor, you start to see how I already get an arch. Okay. So this is why this muscle and working on this muscle is so crucial, because we get to really feel what that does within the stability at the bottom of my foot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold up this resistance band a bit. I'm going to take it around just my big toe and give a little pull. Trying to keep my other toes down. I'm just going to press my big toe down and then slowly let my big toe come up. This might take a lot of concentration. Press and come back up. Push and come back up. And what we're doing is we're really working on the strength and stability of the bottom of that foot here, working on that muscle, and that really helps to connect right across that arch that we typically get some pain all the way back into that heel. Okay, so if you just work about 10 nice and slow, and you do about 2 sets on each side. So try the other side as well. See if maybe one side feels easier than the other. Press down, slowly come up. And if you feel like this resistance band isn't really cutting it, you can always use a heavier resistance band if you're not quite feeling the tension. But you really want to think of pushing that toe into the ground as much as possible. And you'll do it about 10 times, 2 sets on each side. Okay. Now we're going to use the band a little bit differently. So now we're going to hold this band just underneath the big toe. So this is again going to work that same muscle, but in more of a balance aspect. Now, I love this exercise. You can start and modify just by standing and bouncing. You don't have to do the 6-way reach. And just by keeping pressure. So it's just under the big toe. And then I'm going to pull it. So the goal here with the pull is that I do not let that band out of my big toe. Okay. So again, we can modify by just standing here. And already I'm going to get that foot activating. Now, if you feel like you can do a little bit more, this is where you're going to reach 6 ways. So I'm going to reach front, keep that toe down, back, side, side, and then I'm going to rotate. I'm going to wrap around, barely tapping my toe, and wrap around. That's really going to challenge all the way from the bottom of the foot up into the hip. Try 3 of that in a row. So we're going to try it again. Front, back, side, side, wrap around, and out. One more. Front, back, side, side, wrap in and wrap out. And that should light up the bottom of the foot there so that you're really starting to build that strength and stability. Again, do both sides. Okay. I'm just going to kind of show you the exercises that I highly recommend working on an almost a daily basis, as long as you're not feeling too much stress or tension with them. Another one that is good, so especially if like you are using bands to kind of warm up before a workout, use the band around your feet rather than your knees or your ankles. And this is going to force the feet to work a little bit more. Okay. So as I'm doing a side step out, what I want to think about here is sitting the hips back, and I want to think of pushing my big toe and the ball of the foot into the ground. Okay. Look at what that does to my knees and my hips. It automatically creates an arch and creates better stability. Now I'm going to take some side steps, keeping that ball of the foot down and that little resistance against the band. So I'm against the band here, not letting the band come in. I'm opening the band, but I'm focusing on it more at my feet. Whew, my feet are getting stuck. So this is a great one, especially again, if you are warming up before a workout, you want to get those hips kind of activated. Do it around your feet. Now, again, you'd have to kick off your shoes, kick off your socks. You want to feel the bare feet so that you're really strengthening, particularly into the bottom of your feet. But this is a great one to really help to strengthen all the way from the feet up into the hips. Now, especially when it comes to plantar fasciitis, we want to put some tension and load into the bottom of the foot, into the plantar fascia. And the best way that research has shown to be able to do that is by using like a towel or an elevated surface for the toe. So this is also with we have little towels within our therapy kit. So it all comes with it. But what you're going to do is you're going to place your toes onto that elevated surface here. Okay. Now you can always use support. I don't have support around me, but you can use a counter, a rail, whatever it is to kind of have support. And you're going to do a heel raise. Now this is going to put more tension on the bottom of the foot. Okay. So you only go up as high as you can tolerate. And the goal is you go down slow, 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 slow. Now, if you can, if that feels okay, you're going to come up. You're going to go down on one leg only. Slow. I need support in front of me. I fell back too much. But lift up. You want to go slow. Take about 3 seconds to come down. Okay. Coming up. Again, this is where support would be crucial. And down. And what you want to try to do here is that you're not falling to the outside of your foot. You're really staying right over the ball of that big toe. So we're getting maximum stretch along that plantar fascia as we're loading it up. Okay. Now to progress this even further, besides just going to a single leg, you're going to go to an elevated surface. So this could be a stair. This could be a block. But you take this towel, you put it on that elevated surface. So now the heel has space to go down. because when we're on the floor, we're limited to where we can go, right? But if I elevate the surface and I have my heel hanging off, then it can come down a little bit further and make it even more of a stretch. So these are all ways to kind of continue to progress and relieve that tension. But this one in particular, I highly recommend starting to work on. You can start it with 2 legs, work your way up to 2 legs up, 1 leg down, work your way up to an elevated surface, 2 legs up, 1 leg down. But keeping it right over the ball of the foot, right over that big toe is really going to help. And again, if you want to learn more about plantar fasciitis, I highly just recommend snag our free guide. It's completely free. You're going to get more exercises and support to really help support your foot. Don't forget, if you love what you're learning, I have so much more in stock for you. So hit that subscribe button, check out the other videos I've done in the past, and leave any comments of any suggestions that you have for videos in the future. And I can't wait to help you feel incredible and amazing within your body.